Hey there, welcome back into Occupy Democrats. And oh, it is margin call time for the Trump administration in this breaking story. And you're not going to want to miss which company associated with which country just told Donald Trump, no, actually, you don't get to violate the Constitution. I'm going to show that to you in a few moments because, ooh, it's good. But remember when he just recently said this threat during United Nations right here?
I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I can embargo. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1.
And certainly, lest we forget him denigrating our neighbors north and south with Canada and Mexico,
Mexico and Canada have never been good to us on trade. They've treated us very unfairly on trade. And we will be able to make that up very quickly because we don't need the products that they have.
And tries to play a political game answer when asked about EU allies and said this.
Am I going to impose tariffs on the European Union? Absolutely.
And this is a key moment for Trump in this breaking story and also his whole presidency, first and second term. When you notice that during a soundbite, he makes a lie but then covers it oddly with the truth right here.
So then do you agree then that Americans are paying those tariffs?
No, I don't agree. I think that they might be paying something, but when you take the overall impact, the Americans are gaining tremendously. They're gaining in economics. They're gaining in so many different ways.
And everything he touts during the State of the Union just the other day sounds awesome, right?
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well.
Yeah, except for that part, Donald, about losing another 92,000 jobs and inflation is up. That part.
There's been bipartisan criticism
not bipartisan,
of the tariff.
excuse me.
There's several Republicans
people
have said that.
Yeah,
But why wouldn't you just work with Congress to come up with a plan?
I don't have to
push tariffs.
I have the right to do tariffs.
And despite the Supreme Court's decision that what you did with tariffs and how you did it was unconstitutional, he'll still continue to lie about his right to do tariffs.
And I've always had the right to do tariffs. It has all been approved by Congress, so there's no reason to do it. All we're doing is we're going through a little bit more complicated process. We'll be able to take in tariffs, more tariffs. And the Congress people and the Congress
down the Canadian tariffs last week. There's been votes in the Senate against it.
Yeah, because we lost 2 Republicans or 3 Republicans because they're not good Republicans.
But let's be clear in this breaking story that Trump's BS play that he was going to somehow pull this off without Congress by using the International Emergencies Economic Powers Act, not so much. You might want to go easy on the sunscreen, Donald, because guess who is coming after you? That would be Nintendo, and we know Japan ain't playing around. Check this breaking story out. Nintendo takes Trump to court demanding full refund of illegal tariff money. Yet another company is suing President Donald Trump over his illegal tariff scheme. This time, video gaming giant Nintendo. According to Kotaku, in the lawsuit that was filed in the U.S. Court of International Trade on Friday, Nintendo lawyers argue that since February 1st, 2025, President Trump has collected money from companies shipping products into the United States via unlawful executive orders, imposing tariffs on imports from a long list of countries around the world. In the complaint, first obtained by Aftermath, Nintendo seeks a full refund of all the money collected from the tariff scheme, including interest. Last month, the Supreme Court issued a landmark decision that Trump's entire basis for imposing the tariffs without an act of Congress, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA, did not grant him taxing powers, and the tariffs were therefore null and void. The Trump administration has vowed to rework the tariffs using other statutes to continue imposing them. Even before the justices handed down that decision, other companies have filed similar complaints to Nintendo, one of the most notable being bulk goods club retailer Costco in December. Nintendo owns some of the most valuable and well-known video game franchises in the world, including Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon, as well as a long line of gaming hardware including the Switch and Switch 2. The company is headquartered in Japan, although the lawsuit was brought by its U.S. subsidiary, Nintendo of America. Trump has been dismissive of the idea that his tariffs are costing businesses money, famously saying last year that toy companies should just set up doll factories in the United States if it's such a threat to their business model. Yeah, that is certainly Toys R Not Us. And we both know Nintendo, pretty solid company, probably has a lot of deep pockets and resources to push this one down the line. And no different than the Supreme Court's ruling, no different than anything else like playing Jenga. You pull out the wrong one and it all comes crashing down. And if you think Nintendo is just going to do this because they feel like it and they're going to somehow back off quickly, oh, no. I sincerely assure you they will not. They've taken 30 days to assess this, and now it's coming, and everybody else will just line up behind them. Way to go, Donald. Now our inflation is going to get worse. You guys like and share the video, and stay frosty.